Hello everyone and welcome to another video by me Beyond Astro K and by me Nikki K, and today I'm doing a video which is the full moon in Virgo, which is happening the 7th of March 2023. So with every full moons or new moons, it does oppose the sun, which is in Pisces. Virgo brings us a time where things are more grounded. It brings awareness to our body, our health, pets, our work life. It's about critical thinking, but it's about being diligent and getting the work done properly. Virgo is an earth sign, but it's also mutable earth. And whenever we see either a full moon or a new moon in Virgo, we know that it's time to get down to business. We know that it's time to get quite pretty meticulous within our work and paying attention to detail. We're doing things carefully, we're doing things slowly. And with the moon being there, it's like, okay, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to this is what I really and truly have to release from my life. That's not actually working for me. I've tried hard to make it work. I've tried every angle, but it's just not working. This moon is, of course, a very practical moon. It's not, obviously the sun is in Pisces, so there is an element of emotions. Because it's the full moon, we're going to be very practical. It's a time where we're going to be looking at all areas of our life, ticking that box. We're going to be looking at how we are working with our employees. There could be some changes that happen here. We're also going to be definitely looking at to do with pets. This is about routines. Whether it's a full moon or a new moon in Virgo, it's always going to be about routines. So we'll be taking our pets. We could be making sure that they're on point, getting their injections, or making sure they're eating properly. We're also going to be looking at ourselves as well. Anytime the sun or anytime the moon hits Virgo, it feels very much a cleansing time, especially when it's September. It's like, I've over-enjoyed myself. Now I'm getting back down to earth. So a time that we could be thinking and implementing new exercise regimes, taking our vitamins, making sure that our health is on point. Yes, we can go too far. We can be very just over the top, like being nitpicky and, and it can lead to us being hypochondriac, okay? But still, some of the things are actually really great things. We are also changing seasons. So with Virgo coming to our aid, Dr. Virgo coming to our aid, it's like we really need to look at what we're putting into our bodies. This is a special full moon because the sun is going into the Saturn is going into Pisces, guys. And whenever Saturn changes signs, it's momental shift. We are also going for a generational shift this month anyway. Okay, with Pluto going into Aquarius. A new generation has been waiting from 2008. Now they're coming through. So we're out of the old and we're coming into the new, even though it's very, very, it's not so long, but still. But with Saturn being there, still people are having their Saturn returns. People are getting opposed. People are getting, there's conjunctions to Saturn. All these things with Saturn being in Pisces. With this new moon being attached to it, it's going to be it can appear very, very serious. So again, no wonder the reason why we're going in on this full moon in Virgo. I've actually done a Saturn in Pisces video, the spiritual aspects. Check that out, guys, where I speak a bit more in depth why this is such a momentous time. But we are talking about Virgo. Planet conversations that are happening is it does trine Uranus in Scorpio in Taurus. Uranus in Scorpio is 15 degrees, and this is 16 degrees of the new moon in Virgo. So it does trine it. So we can see that we're going to be doing things very differently, cautiously, but differently. When it comes to like our daily routines, when it comes to like our job, whether we need to shift or whether we need to stay. Lots of these things are going to be happening. Even when it comes to how we feel. We may be feeling in 1 minute very stagnated. Next minute we have these flashes of brilliance of ideas of what something can be done differently. And also it goes with the health aspect. If we're doing something that's very samey, okay, let me try this instead. Let me eat this type of food, because Taurus rules food. Let me dress differently. Let me, you know, we're still going to be meticulous, but it's just going to be like, oh, I can do it like this instead. It may take some of us a while, but we'll get there in the end. There's a big conversation, not exactly, but Mars in Gemini is involved as well. Because it's like a square, because Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini, it's a, you know, a T square. So it's not exactly making the square, but it's, you know, more or less still there. So that's going to be a time where, again, we can still see doing things differently, but, you know, there can be some frustrations, some fiery aspects to this, a time where we can just do things on the whim without even thinking. Then it's like, bam, why did I do that? Obviously, we have Venus in Mars, which is not directly happening, you know, but still, Venus is going to be, Venus in Aries is having a beautiful conversation with, we have a beautiful conversation with Mars in Gemini, which actually sort of alleviates things, but also makes things move a little bit more faster for a lot of us. We can do things very differently in terms of like love, beauty, art. We can start something new, something fresh. Lots of downloads that could be happening here. So when we actually talk about the tarot cards that associate with this, obviously it's the Hermit. That's what the card we are definitely working with. We are going within. It's on the 7th, which is actually a Neptune number. It's a number that is to do with spirituality, our inner being. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, especially with the Hermit card. We're going to be thinking about things, thinking before we speak, thinking before we act, listening to our inner voice. This is a time of heightened awareness, spiritual wise as well. The card also, which is 7, is a Chariot. We are in a Chariot year. It's a Cancer card. So there are leanings that are emotional, but it's very higher vibrational spiritual. It's 16 degrees. So the 16 is, of course, the Tower card. So whatever is built is going to be diminished. There's a new beginning happening, especially with Saturn being there. Things can come very thick and fast. They can also come when we least expect it. So don't be surprised, guys, during this time. We are not only going within, listening, seeking, having solitude, having that time alone, where our mind is going to be overloaded. But also we can also see, because our intuition is going to be very high, we can also see what needs to be done, what needs to stay, what needs to go. Tapping into our spirituality with other tools that you feel definitely comfortable with. And also, you know that things can come as quickly that they can go. And there can be some shocks that happen. You know, other themes with the whole Virgo thing is to do with hospitals, and it's to do with like the health system. It's to do with the bodies. It's also to do with implementations, It's, yes, to do with things at work. There could be new rules. There could also be new structures that are in place. But there could also be a demise of this. I don't say that rules are going to be torn up. I just feel that there's going to be new things that need to work now. Virgo is not an easy sign. Virgo and Pisces, as much as they're both about service in a spiritual, but also in a sort of like tangible, helping others way, they're not easy as well. So there may be lots of like rules that are placed that are not easy for people. And some of these rules can become quite shocking. Some of these rules can become quite hard to deal with. You know, remember the fact that Saturn is going to be in on this day as well. We're going to see endings galore, you know, and there's going to be like, okay, this is going to end, but this is also going to be put in place as well. So it's not going to be easy for a lot of us. Okay. So yeah, that's the tarot side. And yes, now let's go to the tarot card. So we have the Moon Tarot, okay, because it's a full moon. And yes, let's get into it. So we start off with Aries. So Aries, this is in your 6th house. Okay, so this is like the Virgo house. You're going to be feeling this. And, you know, there's elements that's to do with like the inner being for you. The fact that Saturn's in your 12th, the sun's in your 12th. You know, you, on one hand, you are going to be very fired up because there's new beginnings that are happening for you. You'll be chatty, you'll be talky, you'll be calling things out. You know, you're going to be brainstorming, writing, blogging, speaking, all of that. On the other hand, you're going to be needing a lot of downtime. A lot of downtime in order for you to, you know, center yourself. Now, this new moon is actually about looking at your physical self, your body, your work life. You know, there are going to be some changes that are going to be implemented by yourself. And it's going to be a good thing, Virgo. It's going to be a good thing, Aries. You know, slowing down actually makes you a bit more stronger, gives you more energy and vitality. You're going to find that your energy vitality is going to be ebbing and flowing. And it's time to really work with that. And try not to push yourself too much. This is a time where we're going to be looking at things in a way that is going to be conducive in the long run, not just for now. We don't want to really burn ourselves out. So lots of sleeping, I could actually see in a strange way, some of you trying to meditate, not in a strange way, but yeah, in a strange way, like some of you trying to like actually be still and meditate. It could be with sound healing. You could be having lots of, you know, Epsom salt baths. You could be working out differently because, you know, you're all about the physical. So you can be definitely working out differently. Trying something new, flowing, sleeps, your dreams. This is a great time to be writing, journaling as well. And also working with your energy. Working with your energy. Because, like, again, there's some fiery energy up in here, but yeah, it can be, you know, it's about knowing when to push and knowing when to just hold back. And there's not to say that when you're in downtime, you can't do anything. There's plenty, I feel, you're going to be doing something creative, something that is going to be firing you up in a way that keeps your excitement and also your fire burning. So a quiet, but it's a productive, but still a very quiet time for you just to, you know, relax until the new moon goes into your house. So the moon card you have is, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Well, yeah, the full moon in Scorpio card, which is ruled by your 8th house. So during this time that I feel you're going to be seeing what's positive and what's negative into your life, what you need to bring into your life, what actually boosts you, who you need in your life and who you don't need into your life. What type of you'll be definitely looking at your work life balance. If it's hindering you in any way, if it's making you feel like you're overworking, or if you feel like if you know, in terms of like, especially your money situation, because Uranus is in your 2nd, if the books are not being balanced, you're going to be seeing it very differently. And when you do have that downtime, you could see, okay, this is not adding up. I'm doing more than I should. I'm not really getting the rewards, the tangible rewards. So you could either change it up by working on a passion project or investing in something, or some of you may just leave, because we're dealing with the mind body connection here, and you're going to be feeling very sensitive now, Aries. So it's really time to look at that and time to release negativity. Taurus, you're going to be benefiting from this because it trines Uranus, which is in your sun, moon, or rising. This is in your 5th house. So this is a house of fun, creativity, self-expression. You are going to, again, I feel that a lot of you, regardless of what else is happening, it's going to be a great time for a lot of you Taurus to be changing up things to do with your creative expression. Obviously, things that are to do with children. It's also about the body as well, because Uranus is there. I feel some of you maybe feeling that you want to be a bit more social. You may be coming outside your comfort zone, coming outside your box a bit. This is about releasing. So there's something you might be bringing out, something creative you're bringing out to the world. Anything to do with like market speculations as well. You could come into money. You could be really, that even in type of gambling, you could be very lucky. Okay. Or you may decide, I want to be, you know, I want to invest in this, and be shocking people. You could also be shocking yourself. There's obviously elements that are connected to home as well. You've got a lot of 12th house action happening. So there's things that are bubbling beneath the surface. But I do feel it's a really nice time for a lot of you, because you guys are, you know, it feels like there's going to be some joint ventures that could be happening. It could be emerging with a new creative spirit or creative people. There could be announcements that you guys can make, shocking announcements, something you never even expected. Check with yourself, you know, because sometimes when we're run down, we don't know what's happening. It's like, oh my God, this is the reason why, that type of thing. If you've got children as well, they could be really benefiting. They could be having more great results at school. But yeah, it's a really great time for you. Really great time for you. Again, I feel you need to look at, you know, again, mind-body connection. I feel some of you may be doing certain stuff behind the scenes that you're going to be bringing out that could be very fantastic for you. Maybe looking at yourself, changing careers. You know, a lot of things are going to be beneficial for you, especially the sun being in your 11th house. So the card you got is hold your vision. It's a fixed moon. You're fixed. So there's a lot going on here, Taurus. It's connecting to children, yourself, you know, money, your work life, you know, I feel you're trying to balance everything. That's one of the reasons why I did say, like, really listen to your inner spirituality, because it can be telling you what's going on, when to slow down, you know, any surprises that happen as well. Do you know what I mean? So really listen to it, but hold your vision. You're going to be very ambitious this month. Very, very ambitious. So there might be things that you're telling people that can shock them. You know, you might decide, I want to be I don't know, a magician. Whoa, what's all that? So remember, this is about self-expression. So you're bringing something out. There's a new confidence, creativity, confidence. There's a brand new, even you, how you dress will be different. You could be thinking of, oh, I want to dress like this now. All of these things. Some of you could actually come into money. A lot of exciting things are going to be happening. But hold the vision. Hold your true vision as well. What is it you really want to do? And where do you want to go? Because, again, a lot of opportunities can come. But it's about that one vision that you're all about. Gemini. So Gemini. You know, Mars is in your sign with this full moon. You know, you're ruled by Mercury. This is going to affect you, especially if you're 16 degrees Gemini, all the mutable signs. And this is in your 10th house. Sorry, this is in your 4th house. Sorry about that. This is in your 4th house. And this is to do with like home, roots. It's a very emotional time. And yeah, a lot... like most of the fire signs, you guys, a lot of it's not going to be too much crazy work. Obviously, you got Mars in your sign, and, you know, Venus in Aries is helping you. Still, there's going to be some things that are going to be connected to like childhood that's coming up, early childhood. I feel that a lot of you may be, you know, there could be some stuff that comes up to do with like your parents, or something to do with like your past, heritage as well. Some of you could actually be starting to invest, like could be investing in a family home. You could be seeing like the bigger picture now and thinking, actually, I want to invest in this. I want to settle here. I want my family to settle here. But it could still be an emotional time. Again, you can be very busy. You know, you can be very busy. Mentally, there's a lot of connection that's going to be not as agile. It's going to be like more emotional, even more so than you would like it to be, especially with Uranus in your 12th. There's some stuff, subconscious stuff coming up, and it's going to be out of the blue, and it's been building for a while, and it's going to, I feel a lot of it's going to be coming out. So you could just blurt out something could be blurted out about you. It's a time to ground as much as you can. A lot of people are having 12th house action happening. You're one of them. So finding different ways to ground in a way that doesn't make you feel that you have to constantly be busy. Okay. And yeah, but I still feel that you might be putting this projection of like, everything's fine, confidence and talking, you know, doing that whole Gemini thing. But I feel once that serious talk is going to be happening, it's that time. So the card you got is your commitment is being tested. It's quarter moon. So there's going to be some, you know, I feel that because of the big connection to family here and the past and heritage, when it says your commitment is being tested, it's about your commitment to releasing things that's connected to your past, instead of you constantly trying to be busy and not remember it, or trying to forget about it. Because whenever the water houses are activated, it's never really easy. You know, there could be some like mental, emotional like baggage that can come with this, and it might not make you feel very comfortable. But when it says commitments being tested, your commitment to dealing with the emotional stuff that comes up is going to be of crucial time for you. And with Virgo in your 4th, it's like it's going to be playing on you. There can be some conversations that you're having that's going to be played on you. So highly emotional time. But again, you got Mars in your sign, you got Venus in your 11th. So you could be doing this with friends. You could be writing it down. You could be connecting with people that help with like emotional stuff. You know, the world is your oyster. I feel you're going to be doing a lot of researching as well. So a busy time, but very emotional. Cancer. So Cancer, this full moon is in your 3rd house. And you're going to be very busy. There's a lot that, you know, you are going to be bringing out, Cancer, or bringing up. And also, it's a busy time when it comes to how you're communicating. And with friends, neighbours, there could be moving in home. You could be moving home. You could redecorating home. Something to do with like short distance travelling. Some of you could be bringing out some type of work, whether it's a blog, something creative writing, and it's something to do with like the television or journalism. There could be a change that's happening. It could be from friends that hook you up. Oh, you know, I know this person, I know that person. Or you could be asking your friends, oh, can someone help me because I'm really interested in this type of job, this type of career. So you could be hooked up, but you could also be bringing out some stuff by the help through friends. It could be very quick, very brief. You could be shocking friends by this change of character that you have. And again, Uranus is in your... Uranus and Taurus is in your 12th, is really, really going to be helping you. With Mars being in your 12th, yes, I feel that this can actually help you. I feel that if any of you Cancers are daring yourself to be doing something to do with the public, it's because there's subconscious things that are happening. Again, you're another one that's got 12th house action. So a lot of you who have 12th house action, there's things that are bubbling under the surface that needs to be brought out. And I feel that you may be feeling quite confident to do that now. And could be playing on you from last year, especially when it went retrograde. And now you feel confident to do it. So now's that time. It could be a brand new career for you, Cancers. You could be, yes, you could be the star of the show, but you could also be, you know, I feel that some of you who are working somewhere with like, you know, like a stable career, you know, the opportunities can come. And then you might just think, bomb this, I'm going to be doing this instead. I do feel a lot of Cancers are in demand as well, more than you know. Okay, so you could be really shocked by that. But I do think it's a definitely new career. Yes, there can be a bit of like tug and pull, like, oh, I'm not really sure. And, you know, bosses could be on you, like, please stay, or they might be telling you to do more. And that's when you make that full decision. So a lot of decisions I feel you're making this full moon. The card you got is show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius rules your 8th. So any fears that you have about a change of career, how you're communicating, because you could also be quite blunt, Cancers. You could just be like, you know what, I'm not happy with this. This is what I want to do. A great time to be communicating with your siblings as well if you need help. But also I do feel that friends will be helping you in a very magical way. So it's just show the world the real you. There's something you're going to be bringing out, something different. Something that's connected to something you've always wanted to do for a very long time. It could be from 30 years ago. It could be from 15 years ago. But yeah, now is that time to be doing it. I feel that a lot of you have been working on it as well. Another thing I feel with you, Cancer, is that if you're doing if you're learning something, whether it's online course or anything, I feel you'll pass, because I feel you'll get a lot of support as well. So yeah, brand new confidence. That's why it says show the world the real you. Hello, Leo. How are you? So, this full moon in Virgo is in your 2nd house. Okay, there's a money time, and also you got the 8th house. So, a lot of to do about tangibles, money, and about material resources. So, yes, the mind's on the money, the money's on the mind. And I feel with a lot of you that, you know, there could be I was thinking something like payoff came to me. That might be something that you guys may know about. Might be a payoff. You guys it's about you. I feel some of you may be looking at earning money in a different way. Definitely earning money in a different way. How you're spending your money, you could be looking at it very differently now. Because remember, Virgo's your 2nd, so you might be a bit more tighter with your money, a bit more controlled. Or if some of you have got enough, you might be spending it on something that you actually really need. Could be possessive with this too, okay? So yeah, it's actually a good time to be looking at your finances, paying off any debts and loans, but also saving, really saving. Saving for a rainy day, okay? Because this is also to do with, you know, how you're feeding yourself, like what you're eating. And so you could be looking at what you're eating very differently. You could be buying a bit more fresh produce. You could even decide that you want to be sorting out your garden and just planting like more healthy stuff like vegetables and, you know, saving money. Some of you decide, you know, I've got a big garden, let me sort this out so I can just plant, put some herbs, and, you know, this is a great time for it. And it also could help, because some of you may decide that you want to do this and you could be selling your fruit and veg from your garden. So again, it could be like a new stream of income that could be coming for some of you Leos. And again, a change of job. It could be a different change of career. You're looking at your career very differently now, Leo. Some of you have gotten really good positions. Some of you in your job, I feel that in your job sector, Leos, that, you know, there's lots of changes that have happened. Some of you have implemented those changes, whether you're working for yourself or there's different things that are happening in your job. But I feel with you are looking at, okay, how I need to grow my business or grow my side hustle. And this is one way that I can do it. And it's really a good thing. I feel that some of you may be learning more. If you are doing a business, or if your status definitely changes, definitely to do with your money, you could be like reading up on books about investment, stocks and bonds. Friends could definitely help you. Again, a lot of people have got friends that are going to be helping them during this full moon. But yeah, there could be friends that know people. And yeah, it's a great time to be learning about money. It's a great time to be learning about how you could grow things in your garden. A great time if you want to get healthier, to be learning and read about nutritional stuff with books. Yeah, it's very much a learning time for a lot of you Leos. So you may not find this very hard. So the card you got is time to take action. New moon in Aries. Brand new time for this. All what I said, Leos, it's a brand new time. Don't procrastinate. Don't feel that you're doing anything wrong, because I feel that you're heading in the right direction. Again, there could be fears that come. Am I not good enough? Am I not good at gardening? Am I not good at investing or saving? Out the window, because you're going to be learning about this. You got like ninth house action, which is helping you with reading, spirituality. You're getting really in tune with yourself. You're grounding yourself. So it's time to take action. Star of the show, Mr. or Mrs. Dr. Virgo. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Organizer. This is in your first house. And again, you know, there's things that you probably implemented last year that you're going to be doing now. Great time for it. Great time to be looking at your work life, your health, your wellness, pets. You could be ticking off boxes. You know, you also could be learning a lot, learning a hell of a lot. Some of you could be taking up a new course of study, wanting to live somewhere else in a whim. You could just bite that bullet. If you've got a partner, let's just go, let's do this. There could be some shocking things that come out. You could be revealing something. You know, there could be changes definitely within your job as well. It could be a status change. It could be a leave. It could be a new beginning. Many of these things can happen. But a lot of this is about your happiness as well. You're definitely going within. Saturn's going to be opposing you. So this is to do with your relationships. It's going to be coming into play. The sun's in your 7th. So there could be some oppositing views when it comes to what your needs are and what your partner's needs are. But essentially, this is about you. So if something's hindering you or making you not feel well, it's time to eliminate it. I feel a lot of you will be, because Saturn's going in the sign on this day, there could be definitely changes in your relationship. And you guys are cooking up something, should I say. There's been a lot of cooking up things. But yeah, I feel also with you Virgos, there's themes that are coming up to do with like joint finances. That's going to be happening. Some of you Virgos could come into money, whether it's through others, a partner, through the government, inheritances. It could be like a new tax rebate. Yeah, it could become very quick, like, whoa, I didn't know this could happen, which actually helps you invest more in yourself or in your business. Change of circumstances are coming for you big time. So the card that you have is believe in the impossible, because there can be things that come within a whim. Remember, Uranus in your 9th is switching up your mind, is switching up your beliefs. You guys are changing within yourself. You're changing your job, you're changing your body, you're changing everything about you. So it's time to bring that out. If you've been doing things behind the scenes, if you've been wanting to change up something different, now's that time to be doing it. If you've wanted to get fit, I feel you'll be doing it. If you don't think it will happen, it will. That's why it says believe in the impossible, because you know diligence pays off. So take your time. Another, you like Cancers, I feel if you guys are doing like it could be if you're training, doing a course or anything, if you're reading about things that you need to train for, I feel that you'll get good results as well. Yes, nothing wrong with having fears, because we all have fears about things, but I feel that you'll get good results, and during this full moon, you'll start seeing it. But it's not going to go without your stresses. That's just the way things are. But yeah, believe in the impossible. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your Virgo full moon. How are you? So you're going to have a bit of a downtime with this full moon in your 12th house. But it still can be very active, because you have energy that's connected to your relationship. So you could be doing some action within your relationship. There could be honest discussions that need to be said. Some of you who are single, you could actually meet someone in a secret group. You could be learning a lot about that person. They definitely could be from a different creed or culture. They could be from far away. There could be some pen palling going on. But that's especially on a relationship front. And you could show like another side to yourself. On another side, some of you Librans can also be very active in doing a course of study, learning a new language. There could be loads of inspiration that could be going on. You could be bringing out something. Even though it's in your 12th house, it is a time of rest. Okay, it's a time to rest. It's also a time to recuperate, but also, you know, I feel that if you need to be busy and do anything, by all means do it, you know. This is also a great time to be working on clearing any debts, loans, tax affairs, because they could be creeping up. You could get a bill, a crazy bill, or you could receive money. Whenever anything happens in the 12th house, it's very sudden, it's very quick. So, but on another side, again, some of you may be working on clearing anything. I'm working on fears, talking to people, join like a secret society, but you definitely could be releasing like a part of yourself that needs to be released. And it could be a multiple of things, okay? And it's great to be communicating or even having like dinner with your friends, but also having dinner with your partner, and you just like discuss things. You just bring things out in the open. If it's brewing, that is. So the tarot card that you have, Libra, for this full moon is really believe in the impossible. So when it says believe in the impossible, anything can happen. Remember, the 12th house is a mutable house. It's things that are creepy, things that are hidden underneath. Some of you Librans may even find it a little bit easy to do this. It's like a monkey off your shoulder, should I say. And I feel a lot of you Librans may be very surprised about what is happening, what comes out, what you're releasing. Again, because it's a spiritual house, it is great to be doing any type of meditation. And because you're here walking meditation, when it says believe in the impossible, you can gain lots of insights and lots maybe gains during that walking meditation. So there can be some shocks and surprises that come up, but yeah, believe in the impossible. Hello, Scorpio. So this full moon in Virgo, you're gonna benefit from this because it's in your 11th house. I forgot to say, like, the water signs except Pisces will really benefit from this, especially if you're 16 degrees. If you're like mid Scorpio. So yeah, Scorpio, you're going to be feeling this greatly because it's about friendships, it's about goals, it's about gains from others, groups and organizations, activism, humanitarianism. So you could be very active in that. You could be at the forefront. You could also be releasing something to social media about what's going on underneath the scenes, like things that I'm not seeing in the mainstream media. You could be, okay, this is what's happening, this is what I want to say, who's going to join me, type of thing. And any of you who are single, you could meet someone in that group of circle. They could be your type of person. But Uranus opposes you with this, so there can be some shocking stuff that comes up in your relationship. There could be some secrets that come out, and it also is to do with your business partnerships as well. So there's something that can come up about that as well, like the contract you signed. It may have been the contract that is associated with friends. You may find that there's something dodgy going on and you're not liking it, so you may call it out, or you may call out about an organization. You could be extremely mouthy now. Yeah. I feel a lot of you are going to be very much getting organized with your goals. Anything that you want, anything that you're pursuing, I feel that you'll be very organized. And this is great to be, if some of you are looking to get healthy, it's great to be working in a group, like working out with friends. You could share inspiration with each other, what you're eating, and they can also, you know, you can help each other if you're, you know, like accountability partner, that type of thing. So yeah, it's really great for you to be doing that. And again, but also I do feel there's a lot of digging up happening. So you're not, I don't feel a lot of you are very afraid. I feel that if you're going to be putting anything out there, whether it's on social media, or it's really best to get your facts. Some of the things could be of a shock to other people. It may not be a shock to you. But again, some of you may be bringing out a type of a goal that you've always wanted to present to the world, show the world. Whatever you're going to be doing, it will help mankind. So just think of it like that. But yeah, it's a great time to be organized with this. So the card that you have is balance, spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces card. Pisces rules your fifth. We've got Saturn going there. So because you're going to be very, very active, activisms and, you know, all of that, mentally busy. This card is saying about balance. So it's about listening, having that mind and body connection, knowing when to relax and knowing when to be active. You know, you've got Venus in your sixth. Okay. So this is going to be, this can see some of you go overboard with your eating or overboard with working out. So again, you'll be finding balance, but it can also give you some type of structure, a big type of structure in order to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and working out and all that type of thing. So yeah, but balance, so you know, it's about finding a way to find balance, you know, taking deep breaths. The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, which is the nervous system, overstimulation. So no, there'll be a time where you're going to need to like really relax and calm down, because you know you're a very passionate sign. So yeah, very, very active time for this full moon for you. Sagittarius. So this full moon in Virgo is in your 10th house. So this is to do with your career, big time. On one hand, some of you Sagittarians could be, there could be it could be a release. It could be more, it could be you gaining a promotion. There could be like lots of, how can I put it? There could be lots of, and there could be an announcement that you're promoted or demoted. I love that word. Not that word, but you know, I'm always saying that. But actually demotion could be a good thing as well. So there could be a promotional demotion. There could also be you guys, there could be a lot of work that comes up, like your status can really change. On the other hand, some of you could be really organized because you're working for yourself, or you decide to work for yourself. You could be leaving a job because it's too much. It's like because you know, Sagittarius, we're not in that world of, we're not in the Pluto and Capricorn world anymore, okay? Even though we're not. We're moving into air era. So I feel some of you who may have worked in a corporate setting, or if you started a new job in a corporate setting, you may decide it's just not for you. It's just too bland. So you might just leave, and you might have like did like a side hustle. You might be starting a company. So it's time to get really organized with it. Uranus being in your sixth is about you having like a structured, having a routine, taking care of your health and wealth, sorting out any type of paperwork. Some of you, obviously, you know, if you are working for yourself, you might decide you want to get like a personal assistant and an accountant. Or it feels like a lot of sorting out going on, and it feels like it's bam, 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 bam. You got a lot of support though, because you got like fifth house action. It's a time that, yes, you're going to be very serious in your career, but there's also something that's going to be going. But it's time that some of you may need to, you know, try and relax and have fun. Yeah, definitely have fun with dating. Some of you could be playing board games. If you have children, that type of thing could be coming up. Children definitely could be on your mind a lot as well. Some of you may want to commit in a relationship. I'm not saying you will, but some of you may want to commit, and children may be like, that is my future. So like, even like your relationships are being played out as well. So I feel like if things are just getting a little bit crazy, you need to talk to someone, really communicate with your partner. I feel that they will definitely help. Because again, I feel you're going to be very busy, especially if you're starting something, especially if you left the job. So the card that you have is have faith in your dreams, because you could feel, there could be an insecurity that comes up, Sagittarius, about if I'm good enough, or if this is going to work, you know, is this business going to work? You know, have faith in it, because it will. Sometimes when we leave something, Sagittarius, is for the best, because it's not making us happy. because I feel that some of you are looking at your like overall environment in your work and thinking, is this for real? You know, are we still stuck in this old school world, this old school land? You know, this is just not really going to be beneficial in the future, because that's what you're all about. So yeah, your future's going to be looking brighter, but I think that making those first steps will be really very not even beneficial. It's now that time to make that first step, whether you're leaving or whether there's changes that are, whether it's good or bad changes in your career. So yes, so have faith in your dreams. Hello, Capricorn. So this full moon is in your ninth house of higher learning, achieving. It could be goals, but it's spirituality, far away, publishing. So you had the new moon in Pisces, which was showing a lot of you where that some of your, again, your goals may have changed, but something that you want to communicate, whether you're writing or blogging. But now it's like, I need to like really concentrate. Okay, so that's what Virgo is bringing you, that higher realm of concentration. And you know, it's actually, you know, it trines Uranus in Taurus in your fifth. And I think it's really beautiful, you know, because it's like firehouses that are being trined for you. So it's like a go thing happening. Some of you could be studying and you find out, whoa, oh my God. I didn't know, because you could be really, you could be really, I remember this full moon, it carries on, because Saturn's in Pisces, in your third, it does carry on for the next 3 years. I know that might sound a bit weird, but anytime like a planet, especially like an outer planet, enters somewhere, for like years, it still carries on. So I am feeling that with a lot of you that there could be some shocks that come up. It could be like you're meeting someone, you're dating someone that you never wanted to date before. It could be from a different creed, and again, they could be from a different culture, compared different to you. There could be sudden excitements. There could be sudden boosts of creativity as well. There could be very nice surprises that can really happen for a lot of you too. You could definitely be bringing out something like I feel like something you're learning, it really gives you flashes of inspiration and flashes for creativity that you never even envisioned. And it could be from someone that you're seeing, or you know, you've had that, you've got this urge of fun within you, whether it's your partner or if you've got children as well. But it's a really special time for a lot of you Capricorns. And you know, a lot of you may be working from home, a great thing. You may even find that the more closer you are to home, you're gaining, it's more better for you. You feel more grounded, you feel more inspired, you know, you feel more, you know, it's more familiar to you, should I say. And yeah, I feel a lot of you are going to be getting a lot more. I feel if anything comes up to do with like your physical, you're going to be sorting it out now. Things are going to be a bit more better now, because you've got Mars in your sixth, and it's not been easy. It may have played so much on your mind, your, you know, your body and soul. And now it's just like, okay, I now can, you know, things are starting to calm down now. Remember, Mars is about inflammation and that, you know, it's about crazy and, you know, aggression. And so, yeah, things will start to really calm down. And I feel that happens is because you are feeling more content and happy within yourself. So yeah, lots of things happening. So the card you got is you're very close to achieving your goal. So go outside your comfort zone, because you know, this is lighting you up now, Capricorn, in a big way. And I feel that any shocks that come up, it will be more, it's not, I'm not going to say the word beneficial. I feel it will be more, it's supposed to happen. You may have manifested it. You may have manifested it a long time ago and it now happens, or because you're busy with your studying, writing, you're bringing something out, some type of publishing a book, you're really entranced within this higher realms of learning, that the the happiness and creativity that comes out of you that you never even knew, or shocking revelations that come out, you know, insights, is supposed to happen, you know. So yeah, it's very exciting times. That's why I said it's very close to achieving your goal. Any goal that you wanted to do, it's now coming. Hello, Aquarius. So this Virgo full moon is in your 8th house, the house of transformation, death, rebirth, taxes. So you and Leo, you know, you're getting like the money business at the moment, but this is about releasing. So you may be guided and have this, maybe it could be an obsession to like clear any loans or taxes, debts that you may have occurred, especially when Saturn is easing out of your sign. There's this theme of you want things to be cleared once and for all. You don't want to be stuck with anything. And it's actually a really good thing. There could be some things that you really want to clear because of there may be issues that come up within the home. Something to do with family, something to do with your past. Like, if I don't clear this, this is what's going to happen. If I don't do this, it's going to happen. If I don't sort out any of my traumas or anything, any fears that I'm feeling, these things will get worse. Because, you know, sometimes when we have inner things, Aquarius, it can affect the family. It can affect like the home dynamic. So this is a great time to be doing this. And yeah, because Uranus is in your 4th. This trines your Uranus in your 4th. This is an ideal time to be doing all this. It's an ideal time to be redecorating. An ideal time. Some of you may decide you want to move. You know, but in order for you to be doing all these new things, something needs to be cleared. But this is also a time that you may want to work and look at your financial situation. If you are, whether you're getting money or your joint finances are with your partner, you may want to be looking at that even deeper as well. And yeah, it's actually a good time. And you know, you, like all the water fire signs, you know, you're taking this a little bit slow. You're not rushing too much. You wanna just take things slow, because even how you're, because again, Saturn's coming out of your sign, and you know, I feel that you guys are wanting a sense of relief. So you could be communicating much more, coming out of your shell, talking more, talking about things that are on your mind with friends. It's actually a really good thing. You know, Mars in your 3rd, Mars in Gemini. Sorry, no, Venus. So Jupiter in your 3rd, which is opening you up more now to how you're communicating with friends, family, and I feel that some of you are really looking at your neighborhood differently. I feel that there may be a bit of a move. You may be wanting to move, Aquarius, because things may feel actually stagnated. But of course, it's best to really communicate this and not think that you can do everything by yourself, because there is help out there. So the card you have is adjustments are required. So when it says adjustments are required, this card is just asking you to adjust to changes that are really coming. Adjust to changes that will be coming within your finances. If there's any blockages that come up, it's about going through the motions. If there's anything that again needs to be paid off, or if there's anything that you're waiting for, whether it's money from someone else, money you owe, but all of essentially things that are within you are going to be required as well. Bringing stuff up that makes you feel very uncomfortable. Things may be too intense, too sensitive. Adjustments are required in order for you to move to that next level of clearing and transforming. It's about adjusting and about opening up. So a very deep spiritual time for a lot of you Aquarians. And my Pisces, you will be feeling this, especially if you're born in the second decan of Pisces. I would say 16th to, sorry, yeah, 16 degrees of Pisces, you're going to be feeling this. Like all the mutable signs. So this is in your 7th house of relationships, business contracts, partnerships. And yeah, relationships are playing big on you. This full moon is showing, because you know Saturn's entering your sign on the day of this is happening. This is going to be a big one for you. You are being guided to communicate to your partner, because some of you Pisces may be wanting to stay in your shell, and there may be stuff coming up. You may not want to deal with it. You may just want to just relax and chill, and that's great. But there's some stuff that's going to come. It could be to do signing a contract. You may have forgotten about it. Opportunities can definitely come for you, Pisces, as well. Brand new opportunities on this day, especially you early degrees Pisces, but essentially all Pisces will feel this. But yes, so you're getting the trine to Uranus in your 3rd on this day. It's if it actually feels like it actually is going to feel like a strange one. Saturn's in your sign. You've got the full moon in your on your 7th. So yeah, there can be some miscommunication with relationships. So with Uranus in your 3rd, it's just, you might blurt out something that changes the whole course of your relationships. There may be some stuff that comes up. You may find out some stuff to do with siblings, something to do with your neighbors as well. Something to do with contracts. I feel if any of you Pisces are getting any stress and strife from neighbors, it will be sorted out. I feel it will go in your favor as well, definitely. Some of you may decide that you want to move. You're maybe thinking about moving. Maybe, remember, Uranus is in your 3rd, thinking. So maybe thinking, I actually want to move. I want to move somewhere quiet. I want to do this. You may be just like doing some investigating by yourself, and your partner's like, what are you doing? No, I'm just thinking about moving. It's like, wait a minute, we didn't spoken about this. So that's one of the reasons why I feel that there could be stuff that you just blurt out that changes everything. But yeah, there could be some definitely surprises within your relationship. It could bring up something to do with like you signing a new contract. It could be a marriage or proposal. Remember, Saturn's in your sign, so Saturn is about commitments. So you may be committing to something, which is really good for you, Pisces. And obviously, you know, we've got energies that's connecting to your 4th house, with Mars being there, and Jupiter. Sorry, Venus, not Venus, Jupiter in your 2nd house. So you could be definitely investing in your home. That's why you're probably thinking about moving your neighborhood, because it might be feeling a bit rough. You might be feeling very stifled. So you might be wanting to invest in a new property. You might be, or some of you might be decorating your home, and that's about investments. So it's a great time for that, Pisces. You know, things can really feel up and down on the day of Saturn going into your house. But I feel that communication is big time is key. But also you may hear things that be quite shocking. It's also great to manifest on this day. I feel, Pisces, I feel it's great to manifest. Write down your aims and dreams and wishes for what you want for the next 3 years. Because, you know, not only is the full moon in Virgo in the 3rd, you've got Uranus in the 3rd. So it's like what you're saying and speaking and thinking, as long as you're believing in it, it can actually manifest. So the card you've got is nothing is yet set in stone. Even though what I said, the card is saying something very different. So even though you may be thinking about moving, or you maybe want to do something on the whim, it's about planning. It's a mutable moon, and mutable moons are changeable. So there's a changeable element that's happening. It's like a T-square that's happening with this full moon as well. So there's loads of changes happening for everyone, especially for you and Virgo. Things can definitely come in waves. You know, if there's drama in your relationship, drama in your neighborhood or anything like that, nothing is really set in stone. I also feel with this card is also saying that things are really not what they seem as well. So if you think things are going to be bad or worse than they are, they're not, and vice versa. So it really does depend. But yeah, a big one for you, Pisces, especially Saturn going in your sign. So guys, that was a full moon in Virgo tarot for all of the signs. A big one. Thank you guys very much for listening, and feel free to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for my new subscribers that have subscribed. Thank you for your comments as well. It's much appreciated. And yes, happy full moon, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.